Hey loves, what's up? Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are going over Mothership 9. Damn. When did we get here? What was 8? Today we're going over Mothership 9 Huetopian Dream, the newest palette from Pat McGrath. This is the outer packaging and this is stunning. I feel like my eyeshadow is a mood and it's vibing with this box. I'm excited. Look, Pat McGrath drops something, I'm copping it. Like,
oh, I'm gonna do that anyway. Because that's how I am.
I have no shame, okay? She's my favorite makeup brand and I stand. I know a lot of people when they saw this online, including myself, and the previews that she gave for it, she gave like a lot of rainbow, iridescent. So people thought this palette would be more colorful, right? And that was not the case. This is pretty tame as far as color goes. It is very tame. If I had to compare it, there's some shades in here that remind me of like Bronze Seduction 5, as well as both her Mothership Rose. She has 2 of them, so like they remind me of like a combination of the 2, with these mauve shades in here, and then this coral shade on my lids. That's what I have on here right now. It's coming off more of as a pink. As you know, her big 10-pan Mothership palettes are $125. That shouldn't be new news. Pat McGrath is a luxury makeup brand made in Italy, and we have a 18-month shelf life. Description: experience astral projection as you transform eyes into prismatic nebulas with these ultra blendable, hyper wearable hues. 10 cosmically creamy pigments venture from iridescent amethyst and solar bronze to shocking pink coral. 6 futuristic finishes: velvety matte, mesmerizing metallic, luminous shimmer, mind-altering duochrome, sparkle, and transcendental triochrome. Let you gleam, smolder, and shape your way through a galaxy of looks. All shades are formulated with the next generation technology to ensure seamless blendability and exceptional wear on every skin tone. I hate reading her descriptions, I really do, because I get scared of what words she's going to make up and put in there. I will insert some swatches. Ooh. I love that. Something about that is so satisfying. This is what it looks like. This is stunning. I actually like it more in person than I do the online photos. So we have Skin Show Nude Ecstasy, Secret Eden, Bronze Desire, and Bronze Solaris 005. So that's those 4 shades. Pretty. Astral Venusaisian Orchid? What? Astral Venusaisian Orchid. Okay. I'm thinking I'm like tripping. Extreme Plum Noir, Cosmic Bloom, and Shockwave. Well, that purple is special. And I'm not a purple person, but this purple in here is special. So our last 2 shades, we have Blitz Sextreme and Astral Amethyst Moon. And that's what those 2 look like. Very pretty. I'm not doing swatch comparisons, though. I don't ever do that. I'm of the faith, if like you're gonna buy a palette, you're probably gonna buy a palette. I'm more so here just for representation purposes. Y'all close enough? Can you see every single pore on my face? All right, on to the eye. Okay, eye look number 1. I'm taking Extreme Plum Noir with a soft blending brush and just packing that on the outer corner. I really want to just keep it solely on the outer corner and only add depth there, but even once I add the depth there, I'm gonna blend it out and make it a little lighter because I don't want anything to be too dark or too heavy or too smoky in this look. Next, I'm taking the shade Astral Amethyst Moon with my finger and packing that onto the center of the lid. Look, I give up on this Venusian word, but I'm taking the shade Astral Orchid. I'm just going to refer to it as Astral Orchid for the rest of this. And I'm packing that onto the inner corner of the top of the lid. Taking Extreme Plum Noir on the bottom half of the lower lash line. Take Astral Orchid and use that on the inner part of my lower lash line to finish the look. Also, please note I used this dry. I did not wet my brush for this. I don't know why I didn't. It would have made it a lot easier, but. And then take a pencil brush and use Skin Show Nude Ecstasy on the inner corner and the brow bone. On to eye look number 2, I'm taking the shade Secret Eden and putting that all over the lid with a soft blending brush. Also, if you're curious as to why it looks like I'm talking to myself, it probably does, because I probably was, and it's a mix of me listening to music as well. I first started off thinking I was going to record this live, but then I realized I like the voiceovers better, so I shut up at some point and just turned on music and was vibing out. Secret Eden with a liner brush on the lower lash line. Taking the shade Bronze Desire with a flat shader brush and packing that onto the outside corner of the lid. Next up is the shade Cosmic Bloom, and I take that and place it into the center of the lid. I realized that there's not much of a difference between Cosmic Bloom and Bronze Desire on my lid, so I end up going back over Bronze Desire in a second with a deeper shade. Next up, I'm taking the same flat shader brush I just been wiping off the whole time, and I'm using Skin Show Nude Ecstasy and packing that on the inner portion of the eyelid. I end up taking Blitz Sex Dream with that same packing brush and putting it over top of Bronze Desire just to get a little bit more depth on that outer corner. I will say the depth was partially achieved because depending on which way I turn my head, this is a triochrome, so the shift would change depending on which way you were looking and the way the light was hitting it, but it got the job done for where I just concentrated it in that area. And then take Blitz Set Stream and put that on the lower lash line, connecting it to the top. Then take the shade Cosmic Bloom and put that on the center of the lower lash line. And then take the shade Skin Show Nude Ecstasy at the inner lower lash line and then connect that to the top. And that completes these two eye looks. I feel like she's starting to get out of control with these names. It's like encroaching into NARS territory, but somehow it's getting worse. Yeah, those are the first two eye looks. Alright, before we do the last eye look, I do want to try this Coral shade Shockwave as a blush. Let's see if we can do this. I'm hoping it doesn't back on a lot. It backs on a lot. That's not bad. That's really pretty, actually. So in a pinch, you could use this as a blush. I don't think my placement of it is all that great because like I'm not used to using this brush for this task. I usually just use it for highlight or powder, but that's pretty. That is pretty. Okay. All right, on to the eyes. Let's do the last eye. For the last eye look, I'm taking the shade Shockwave with a blending brush, and I end up switching between this blending brush and a packing brush because the packing brush made it a lot faster to put this color on my lid, and then I just take the blending brush to soften the edges. So I just switch back and forth between the two. I dipped in and out of this a few times to get the opacity and color that I wanted. I didn't want it to be too dark or deep. I really wanted to keep it a little light. So I just kept going back and forth until I got the opacity I wanted.
Taking a liner brush in the shade Shockwave and putting that on the lower lash line on the outer corner all the way down into like 2/3 of the lower lash line. I wet a liner brush and then use the shade Bronze Solaris 005 on the remainder of the lower lash line all the way from the middle into the inner corner. Skin Show Nude Ecstasy on a pencil brush to highlight the inner corner. Then take the shade Astral Orchid with my finger and place that on the inner corner all the way to like the center of the eyelid. At this point I thought I was done, but I kept looking at my eyes and I'm like, I can do more. I can take it up a notch. So then I end up taking the shade Astral Amethyst Moon and packing that onto the center of the lid and blending it in with Astral Orchid, which created this stunning effect. Like depending on which way I turned my head, you would either get lilacs, blues, and purples, or like peachy golds. It was just like it really amped it up. It took it up another level. This is the final look. I swear the camera is not doing it enough justice. Like the shift you get when you blend these two shades together is like unreal.
Okay, this is my last and final look. I wish I was going somewhere because I really like my makeup, especially my eyes. Like my eyes are like, in person, it looks like everything iridescent glitter and sparkle like threw up on them, and I love that. This is a banger. The solid formula, all the shades worked how her shades normally would work. So like these shades on the end, these four, you should probably use like a finger or wet brush or some type of lash glue mixing medium. She did come out with that mixing medium stick. I passed on it only because I have 2 mixing mediums open to my name right now as we speak, and I don't need another one. Although I am interested, so if I do run out, I'll probably try hers. But it's hard to run out of mixing medium. You don't use a lot when you do use it. Yeah. Or, you know, you could just use, what's it called, glitter glue. That works too, as well as concealer. And just don't set your concealer, just let it stick on the sticky base of your concealer. These shimmer shades are like stunning by themselves with like, I didn't use anything really wet except for the stuff on my bottom lash line, as you saw, just to get that to adhere better because I barely have a lower lash line. But yeah, these shimmers, thebomb.com. okay, even these over here, these 2 over here are like thebomb.com. So I approve. Is that a corny saying to say thebomb.com? Is my age showing? Yeah, no, I actually really like this. I enjoy this, and I do want to say I think this might be my favorite packaging she has done to date. Before this, it was the Mothership II, the green one. That was like always my favorite aesthetically pleasing packaging. But something about this, the little lip ring in here with the earrings, and oh my god, the crown with the rainbow. I do like the packaging, so this is one of my favorite packaging. That's it. That's all I really have for today's video. I approve. I actually love this palette. I'm enjoying this palette. I'm enjoying the looks I'm creating with it. I actually am super excited to mix it with the other palettes I already own from her, like just to see what I can do with it, especially because of these 2 last Astral shades on the end are like blowing me away. They're usually used as topper shades. They can be used by themselves, but these 2 especially could probably be used by themselves, especially this one right here. What is this called? Astral Amethyst Moon. It could probably be used by itself, but I honestly want to try it with some other shades that I have in her other palettes. Like, it's really like, this is like a stunner. This is a star. This did not come to play no games, and she ain't playing with none of y'all, okay? If you get this palette, I think you would genuinely enjoy it. This is gonna be my go-to palette for, I feel like, the rest of August, because I am in love. But that's all I really have today. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. Tell me your thoughts about the latest Pat McGrath Mothership IX. I feel like it was just yesterday when I got my first Pat McGrath palette, and it was Mothership II was the first one I bought. And that doesn't feel like that long ago, but we're already at 9. I wonder what 10 will be. Appreciate you for hanging out. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Beautiful, girl, you stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.